check out this one here. We've got Richard Boyd. He's made the lineup again, so we'll see what happens here with the... and Billy seems to have made it back too, so that was... hopefully they got their bikes and helmets all cleared up, so this is good. We got them for a full restart here, Spider. So exciting stuff here. We've got a 6-lap Gixxer 150 race about ready to get underway. Lights have come on, so when they go out, we're off, and that's a good start from Caleb Gilmore. We've got Justin Maunder, the pole sitting man. He's going to try and tuck in and get that thing as low as he can. Into turn number 1, it's going to be Justin Maunder ahead of Caleb Gilmore. Caleb going to sweep around the outside, so nothing in it at the moment. As they head down to turn 1 up into turn 2, it's going to be Caleb Gilmore now in front of Justin Maunder. Fuller there in 3rd place. He's nice and neat. Tidy through there, good lines. Everyone gets through there safer there. So the restart is underway, and this one here, a good 6-lapper, Spider.
Yeah, it's great to see Billy composed herself in that incident. She was concerned about the other person when they were picking up the bikes, but the important thing, I watched her particularly going off the line because she dropped the clutch too early first time round and actually flipped the bike in the air and then dropped it down, and unfortunately another rider pulled in front into her and both went down, but it was good to see her learn from that and the composure. It's quite nerve-wracking out there, but and the other thing too is straight away Zach Fuller, a brother, and 3 of the Team Rees team that Jack, her brother, was riding for, coming up there to see if she was okay. So that's the camaraderie and the family atmosphere. And I met her grandmother, Moira, a bit earlier today, and grandfather Wayne and mother Tracy, and can't remember the father's name. I've seen him in the pits, but I haven't had to chat to him today. So Gixxer Cup action, plenty of Suzuki Fest action out on the track for the first round of the Suzuki International Series.
So it is still Caleb Gilmore ahead of Justin Maunder. They've sort of got a comfy little lead, so it's all about slipstreaming in this sort of racing. These things don't have many horsepower, so working together, trying to get draft off each other is vital. So here's the update. We've got Caleb Gilmore, Justin Maunder, that's Cameron Goldfinch up into 3rd place, ahead of Billy Fuller. Then you go to Richard Boyd, Hamish Simpson and Sam Guthrie. That's the update there. So these positions chop and change quite regularly, but looks like Caleb Gilmore, he's fresh off a Supersport 300 result earlier today, so vital track time for him, and comes out on the Gixxer, and Spider, that's one of the biggest leads you'll ever see in Gixxer Cup racing.
Oh, indeed it is, but I expect it to be whittled away. It's right down to the thousandths of an inch, this class, and the class was originally instigated by Suzuki New Zealand. What I liked about the Class best is they sold the bikes for $6,000, including everything you needed to race. They were race prepped, the race pipe on there, meat speed pipe, and everything was prepped, numbers and all that sort of thing. They even provided a stand, they provided Alpine Star leathers, boots, they were high quality boots, bell helmets and gloves, Alpine Star gloves, and you just needed your earplugs and your petrol and your lunch to go racing, and your licence, of course. And the beauty about it is you didn't need any spares to go to the track with, because Suzuki New Zealand had the spares inventory in a truck, and it was all very, very well priced to keep this thing going. And their motto was growing future champions, and by God, they've done that. They've grown future champions. The class is running in the New Zealand Superbike Championships. It's off the back of the 150 Supersport class, so expect some fireworks. There's actually currently 4 second-hand bikes, including last year's championship winning bike, available on Trade Me at the moment. $2,500 each for the bikes, and they've all been race prepped again, and including new tyres and that sort of thing. They're available at the moment. There's one brand new Gixxer Cup bike is still available, so you've still got time to get your entries in for the New Zealand Superbike Championships for the Gixxer Cup class. So what do we got? We've got a 129 Gixxer Cup. We've got a record here, 129.967. Okay, short track. Just to give you an idea, it's a 203.133 for the long track. That was Clark Fountain. That was in the Superbike Championships. Here we run the short track, 129.967. So, oh my God, 129.43. So 0.9 of a second off the lap record. 0.9 of a second. That's nearly a second. I can count.
There, that's fantastic. He's done that all without slipstream and everything. He's been out on his own too. There's a decent wind still around. It's died down quite a bit from what it was this morning, but yeah, oh, that's fantastic. The 129.043, nearly a second quicker than anyone else on track that last time around, and has a decent advantage. So there it is. Caleb Gilmore, Justin Maunder, Cameron Goldfinch, your top 3 at the moment. So keep an eye on this one here. There's only 6 lap races, so we've got 4 laps to go, and we're Richard Boyd now up into 4th place. place ahead of Billy Fuller, and then Hamish Simpson, Lucy Dowman, Sam Guthrie, Liam Briggs and Mark Hobson, our top 10. So fantastic stuff. Thanks to CD Vandermeer Builders for bringing us Gixxer 150 racing, and this one here now half race distance, so 3 laps to go. And still Caleb Gilmore, he went 128.8 that time around, so bettering it again, Spider, so 128.8. And where's he finding this pace from? This is phenomenal.
Yeah, incredible. Good to see a few of the young ladies out there. Billy Fuller, we've got, I'm not sure, Jess Neal, is it, that sounds like a lady's name. Emma Dowman, Lucy Dowman, and further down we've got Debbie Tapper as well, and maybe Shari Johnson as well. So that's quite a number of them. Quite a few Wanganui people there. Cameron Goldfish from Wanganui there, Lucy Dowman from Wanganui, and Stephen Leggett from Wanganui. I mentioned earlier he used to be at Wanganui, gone to Auckland, but he's back in Wanganui now, also racing the Aprilia 54 and Bears. So a lap record, that's our first lap record of the day.
Yeah, with that sun coming on the track and warming up quite nicely, it is probably some good conditions out there. Some lap records, we'll get an update here. Caleb Gilmore, he has a 3-second advantage, so that's brilliant to see out there at the moment. We've got Justin Maunder, great stuff from Justin, the roofer from Man or Two, Horowhenua area. Good to see him down there. Second place, Cameron Goldfinch. He's the man from Wanganui as well. And third place for him, Billy Fuller, Richard Boyd. They're having a great little battle, so toing and froing at the moment. Fourth and fifth place with action all over the track. And Caleb Gilmore into the flip-flop out of turn 14. He comes, and there'll be 2 laps to go in this CD Vandermeer Builders Gixxer 150 race 1.
Local guy, Liam Briggs from Taupo here on the Gixxer 150, number 13. I mean, we normally have happy hours after our prize givings. For our prize giving, these prize kids are so young, they have probably happy meals. And they have a few happy meals back at Liam Briggs' place. So a good range of motorcycles, 16 bikes here. Daniel Meta was injured, but not actually on the track at the moment. So last lap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders got their fastest lap. A 129.030. I reckon we're going to go into the one. We've already been into the 128, 128.897 for Caleb Gilmore. So he's backed off just that little bit. Got any pit boards up there from the Gixxer Cups there? Just have to stand up. We've got a big screen in the way. It doesn't look like it. They all just got to do what they do on the racetrack. Get no information back. No lap timers on these things. No computer controlled or computer information on that. Some of the bigger bikes have lap timers and that sort of thing on them, but nothing in the Gixxer Cup class. So out in the front there, look at that, there's about 120, 130 metre lead. We go back another 100 metres back to third place. Big battle there, changing position coming out of the headland here, turn 7 at Brisbane Motorsport Park. So that's where the battle is. The lead bike, Caleb Gilmore, Justin Maunder and Cameron Goldfish a cut above everyone else and disappearing off the distance. Still another battle coming out of the hairpin, 3 bikes in there. The white flag is out. This is the final lap there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, and it's all Caleb at the moment. He seems to have just stretched out the advantage more and more every lap. So it was 2.85 last time, so nearly 3 seconds. There he goes and crosses the line with a 29 flat that time around, so it doesn't beat his lap record, but that gap now out to 3.5 seconds. So he's got a 3.5 second advantage, and then another nearly 4 seconds back to Cameron Goldfinch in third. So 1, 2 and 3 have sort of spread themselves out, but then that battle, 4th, 5th and 6th, that's really heating up. We've got Billy Fuller, Hamish, Boyd in there, Richard Boyd as well. So we've got it all on here, and this is all going to come down to the wire. So they're through the S's at the moment. Great little fight. There we go, right on the back wheel. It's so vital with the slipstream, and there we go with that one. So Justin Maunder in second place. It's a good result from him on the Snorkel Motor Track Day Gixxer. And then we go Caleb Gilmore, class above, Spider, lap record and a decent advantage, 3.5 seconds. I don't recall having a 3.5 second lead for anyone on a Gixxer 150, so he's been a superstar out there at the moment. So on the last lap at the moment, and it's Caleb Gilmore ahead of Justin Maunder and Cameron Goldfinch in top 3.
That was Jesse Stroud's lap record, son of Andrew Stroud and brother of Jacob Stroud. So his lap record, it was a 129.967, 128.897, so over a second taken off the lap record. The most of it was taken away early on in the race, but then Caleb Gilmore has bettered it again and again. So great racing, and it just sets a scene for the Suzuki Series. What an amazing Formula 2 race, the dramas we had there, and look, it's racing. It's great to see the sport is very, very strong. I've been down to Taupo, not Taupo, Manfield for racing recently, Greymouth and then Timaru last weekend, and it's good to see the sport in a strong times, especially what's happened in this last year with the Wu flu.
So there we go. Caleb Gilmore, Justin Maunder and Cameron Goldfinch. That is your top three. We go back to Billy Fuller, Richard Boyd and Hamish Simpson there in 6th place. So we've lost Hamish. Hamish might be down in the flip-flop there. So we've got, he's up and okay and walking there, but we've lost Hamish Simpson. So it was in the flip-flop. We'll give you the update there. Caleb Gilmore, Justin Maunder, Cameron Goldfinch, top three. Billy Fuller and Richard Boyd. Liam Briggs gets up for 6th place, then Samuel Guthrie, Lucy Dowman, and then we go back to Mark Hobson and Stephen Leggett. So that's your top 10 Gixxer Cup racing. A nice little 6-labber to get us underway with the CD Vandermeer Builders Gixxer 150s. And coming up next, we've got the Supermoto. That's brought to us by Aramex Couriers. So brilliant stuff to have Aramex and the team there on board with our Supermoto racing. And after that, we'll have a lunch break to feed our marshals. So we'll cross down to Neil and Jared, which will have Caleb, Justin and Cameron, our podium for the Gixxer 150s.
Don't forget, folks, there's 5 of these bikes available from Suzuki New Zealand. $2,500 each for the second-hand ones, all race-prepared, new tyres and that sort of thing on them. And one brand new bike, which is a little bit more than $2,500. And you're just about be able to get them for next weekend's Suzuki International Series. I don't know whether they're taking late entries, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind a couple more bikes squeezed in there. You can go and buy all 4 or all 5 and squeeze them into a large van and travel around the countryside and find some riders. We will have Dennis Charlotte up here next weekend. There's the King of Ruapuna final round down south. He's loyal to that. Suzuki New Zealand asked him to ride next weekend, and it looks like he may be riding the Suzuki Series final at the Cemetery Circuit, the Suzuki International Series final at the Cemetery Circuit on Boxing Day. Tickets available online.
Here we go down at the podium here. This is the 150 race, the GSX-R 150. 3rd place we have Cameron Goldfinch. Absolutely stoked with that one, mate?
Yeah, absolutely stoked. Really surprised, really, but just stoked, yeah.
Congratulations. 2nd place, Justin Mulder. Good to be back here. You've had a little bit of time off with COVID and stuff. What have you been doing?
Oh, nothing much, eh? Just trying to get as much track time as possible with my sponsor, Moto TT. So, yeah, they're a big help to me, and yeah, really appreciate them and all my other sponsors.
And here we go with the totally dominant race winner here and new lap record holder, Caleb Gilmore. Congratulations, you were clearly dominant in that one.
Yeah, just went out, had a bit of fun, played around and pushed hard on a few laps, see if I could break the record. So I'm happy I've got that. No, it was a good race, and I really like this class. I would just like to make a massive shout out to Suzuki for providing bikes and getting these people on them and getting people into racing. It's really where it all starts, and we should keep it going.
Congratulations, and these are the next up-and-coming races, so keep your eyes peeled on the Suzuki 150 series.